Hey guys, Thomas here from REACHRIGHT, here to bring you another tutorial video. This one is about how you use our forms system on your REACHRIGHT website. Really easy to do, and we want to give you a quick walkthrough on how you're going to do exactly that. So the name of the form system that we use is called Gravity Forms. It's a plugin that you use within WordPress, and our goal today is to give you a quick walkthrough on how that works there. So as with many things that we do in these tutorials here, you will find the way you create a form is up here on the top. It's a new, and then you'll go to form. So new and then form, and that'll give you an option to create a new form here. First thing that will come up is they'll ask you for a form title and a form description. The title is required, the description is not. We'll just call this a sign up form there. The description, this is a field that will be put right below the title and above the fields in your form there. So for this, we'll just write, this is the description. Perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and create that form once we have a title and description put in there. And you'll be brought to this screen. You'll see on the left-hand side there's a really handy tutorial that you can feel free to take a look at. I want to give you just a general walkthrough of some of the most used kinds of fields. There is a lot to this plugin that I'm sure you will be able to dig in and use. But I want to give you some of the most common features that most of our clients wind up using on this here. So over here on the right, you will see the different kinds of fields. I'm actually going to start in the advanced fields. It's kind of a strange word to choose. When it says advanced, it doesn't mean for advanced users. It means more like advanced functionality. So some of the fields that we're pulling in are really common ones that you'll find under the advanced fields that are set up in a specific way that make them more functional. I'll explain that in just a second here. So almost every form we create will usually have a name field. And what's nice about this is you can drag that right in and you'll see it's already labeled. There's a spot for a first and last name. You can pop that in right there. I usually will include some kind of an email field. Why this is an advanced field is because it automatically recognizes if someone's putting in a real email address or just something that isn't in the right email format. So it'll say that this is not valid if they try to put in something that isn't a valid email address there. So that's something that I'll usually include. And then let's go ahead and bring in a phone number too. So this is typically set up for US phone numbers, and it'll recognize a US phone number format. If you live in another country, there's some settings we can change to make that work just as well. There's many other fields here, such as an address. We'll go ahead and include that one also here. So someone can fill in their address, and all this is already pre-filled out and ready to go. Beyond that, we'll go back up here to the standard fields. Some of the ones you'll most often wind up using are things like single line of text. This is for if you have a short answer. You want to have your clients or your people from your church be able to fill in there. There's also a spot for a paragraph text. This is for more of a long form or like an essay format answer. From there, you can also have drop downs for different options. They can do multi-select drop downs. There's checkbox options. There's all kinds of different functions and features here. Feel free to play with it as you see fit. What we'll be adding here, I guess, is we'll go ahead and add, let's do one single line text. And I'll show you how this works. These are more free range fields. So you can actually open these up and you can title these whatever you want to title them. So in this case, let's say we'll title this, "What day will you be coming?" And people can fill out that answer with whatever they want. And we'll go ahead and close that back up. And now we have a pretty well functioning kind of a form here, as you'll see. Let's go ahead and get this one to close here for us. Oop, we're accidentally moving it all the way to the top. So we'll put it back down to the bottom where it belongs and let it be right there. So from there, we basically have a form that's fully built. So we can go ahead and save this. We'll just go ahead and hit update. That's over here on the right. Again, there's many other features and functions you can feel free to dig into, but we'll go ahead and update this form. and it should give us a nice message on the top. It says the form is updated successfully. So now we have actually created a form. The second part, there's really two parts to this. First, you create a form. The second part is actually embedding a form onto a page. You can put our forms on any single page. Really easy to do. I'm going to show you the most common way that you'll do that. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and go to this new page that we have already set up. You know how to create a page, or when you're in the standard editor. So this would be the way that you would create a form on a new event, or if you are creating a form on a page that you wanted to have a sign up for. I see a lot of people use these for like baptism pages where you want to include a form there. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll give this page a title. So we'll call this page the sign up form. And really adding the form it couldn't be easier. It's just a matter of choosing this button at the top of your editor that says add form. And it's going to give you a bunch of different options of different kinds of forms you can choose from. So the ones you've created, you see that our church has had some other kinds of forms already. So you can insert any form you would want to. Let's go ahead for this case and go ahead and insert this guest survey form. Why not? We'll do that. And we'll get rid of the title and the description. The reason why is we don't want to include the description because we'll have other text here. The title is actually going to pull from the title of the page, and it would be just kind of having the same form title twice. So I'm going to remove it on this. You may or may not want to remove that on your form. So we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and hit Insert Form, and look what it does. You'll see that it inserted this code. This is called a short code. It's between these two brackets here, and this is everything that the form system needs to know. Now, you can freely add text around this, so if you wanted to have a bunch of text before this is text, we'll go ahead and say that. If you wanted to have that in there, you can freely do that. Really easy to do, and from there, you can actually be able to hit save, this publish button on the right hand side, really easy to do. And let's go ahead and see what happened here. It's saying we have a spelling error, but it's actually just in that short code area there. So, all right, it's published. Now let's go ahead and view the page and see if we got a form in there or not. So there you go. You'll see it's a sign up form. Here is the text that we wound up putting in there. And then this is another form that we had already created, and you see that big submit button that we have on that. So I think you'll find it really easy to go ahead and do that. So good luck with creating forms. Keep serving Jesus and serving the world, and we'll talk to you next time. God bless.